Joseph's faithfulness affected his entire family. When he was in the pit and in prison, Joseph must have wondered about his future. Instead of despairing, he faithfully obeyed God and did what was right. We may not see the effects of our faith, but we can be sure that God will honor faithfulness. Welcome back to the program, everybody. I'm Reverend Said, and this morning we'll be reading Genesis chapter 47, verses 13 through 26, Joseph's leadership in the famine. And if you ain't did it already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like, share, and comment on any video on this channel. All right, let's begin with our reading of Genesis chapter 47, verses 13 through 26. Meanwhile, the famine had become so severe that all the food was used up, and people were starving throughout the land of Egypt and Canaan. By selling grain to the people, Joseph eventually collected all of the money in Egypt and Canaan. He put the money in Pharaoh's treasury. When the people of Egypt and Canaan ran out of money, all of the Egyptians came to Joseph. "Our money is gone," they cried. "But please give us food or we would die before your very eyes." Joseph replied, "Since your money is gone, bring me your livestock. I will give you food in exchange for your livestock." So they brought their livestock to Joseph in exchange for food. In exchange for their horses, flocks of sheep and goats, herds of cattle, and donkeys, Joseph provided them with food for another year. But that year ended, and the next year came, and again they said, "We cannot hide the truth from you, my Lord. Our money is gone, and all of our livestock and cattle are yours. We have nothing left to give you but our bodies and our land. Why should we die before your eyes? Buy us and our land in exchange for food. We offer our land and ourselves as slaves for Pharaoh. Just give us grain so we may live and not die, and so the land does not become empty and desolate." So Joseph bought all the land of Egypt for Pharaoh. All the Egyptians sold him their field because the famine was so severe, and soon the land belonged to Pharaoh. As for the people, he made them all slaves, from one end of Egypt to another. The only land he did not buy was the land belonging to the priests. They received an allotment of food directly from Pharaoh, so they didn't need to sell their land. Then Joseph said to the people, "Look, today I have bought you and your land for Pharaoh. I will provide you seed so which you can plant the fields. Then when you harvest it, 1/5 of your crop will belong to Pharaoh. You may keep the remaining 4/5 as seed for your fields and your food for you, your household, and your little ones." "You have saved our lives," they said. "May it please you, my Lord, to let us be Pharaoh's servants." Joseph then issued a decree still in effect in the land of Egypt, that Pharaoh should receive 1/5 of all the crops grown on his land. Only the land belonging to the priests were not given to Pharaoh. Joseph gave his oath, and Jacob bowed humbly at the head of his bed. Along with herding animals, grain farming was one of the most important agricultural and economic activities of early civilization. Joseph, foreseeing the years of the famine ahead, had wheat stored in granaries in Egypt in order to stave off starvation. All right, everybody, that's going to wrap up our reading for this morning. But please join me on the next episode where we'll read Genesis chapter 48, verses 1 through 22. Jacob blesses Manasseh and Ephraim. Y'all stay blessed.